Mnangagwa has surprised Zimbabweans by deciding to issue an anti-corruption statement as the world commemorates Day, promising as a campaign message for his 2030 term extension. You would understand that when he speaks about Vision 2030, it's a code for him, a political code to his supporters of promoting the 2030 term extension, which is on the horizon, according to numerous ZANU-PF officials who have spoken on that matter. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So let's hear Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, a snippet of his anti-corruption commemoration speech today, which is a surprise, by the way.
Corruption will never be allowed to derail or delay our ongoing quest to accelerate realization of the national development agenda, that is the Vision 2030, and a higher standard of living for the people of Kenya. Working together in unity and love for our motherland. A corruption-free Zimbabwe is possible. Finally, I urge all the citizens of our great motherland, Zimbabwe, to refuse and resist and to report corruption.
So that was Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa today issuing a statement. It's a surprise that he decided to stand up and say something about corruption. And we know that Mnangagwa is corrupt. There is evidence that he is indeed corrupt. Even his own comrades in ZANU-PF have told him that he is corrupt. And we know there is Al Jazeera scandal, there is Chrome scandal. Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa's name keeps on popping on all corruption scandals, not to mention the ZEC scandal, not to mention actually even in the court scheme, there is also a scandal. He was involved. They don't worry about those who have been punished, given lengthy sentences. They are punished for failing to to shut up their mouth because they were also eating equally so with Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. So he claims that they have put mechanisms to deal with corruption. And he says, according to his Vision 2030, which is the extension of his term, if his term is extended up to 2030, he will make sure that Zimbabwe becomes a corrupt-free country. That statement on its own is an acknowledgement that we are currently doing corruption, and we will only tackle the scourge of corruption if you allow me to remain as president up to 2030. Even Mnangagwa Takwire have actually acknowledged that through his statements that at the moment they are doing corruption in Zimbabwe. It's something that they promise to deal with it if they are granted this 2030, where they are campaigning for Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa to mutilate the constitution, to actually go for a third term. Now get this, if Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa is allowed to extend his term of office up to 2030, that would be technically a third term, because the 2013 constitution defines what a term of office of a president is. It does not talk of the extension of the term, which means it's something that there, if ever they would use it to justify their 2030 term extension, it will be purely pushing their nefarious agenda, which is not in the constitution. It will be an unconstitutional intervention. And we know that ZANU-PF, when it comes to doing so, they are known, their record speaks volume in itself when it comes to actually doing and undertaking corruption. So it would not essentially come as a surprise. Just like him speaking again. So just imagine listening to a corrupt person saying, no, by 2030, I promise that Zimbabwe would be corrupt free. This is pure deception. You are saying at the moment I'm doing corruption, it's okay. I will only end it in 2030. And what, Gara, this is a person who has been in government for more than 40 years, involved in corruption, in a lot of scandals, political scandals. We know that in ZANU-PF, as long as you are actually loved by the system and you align by the system, if you do corruption, the system will, or in fact, for you to work with ZANU-PF, you have to be involved in some form of corruption. They keep it so that if you try to get off the ship, then they will use that scandal. They will begin to dig those scandals. Look at everyone in ZANU-PF, they fire. They will accuse that person of money laundering, corruption, and all these dirty tricks all of a sudden. And the question is, I mean, why this only comes when somebody has absolutely done something wrong. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when I beam live, you get to be notified and you get to be the first person to watch me. Oga Ncube Umhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side.